Yeah. Come on, man. Please, behind the line. Your name is? Anas. Good having you, Anas. Jazakallah khair.
Hey, I did not make it. Yes, you did. You made us miss the bus. So? Just walk.
Okay, last Friday, why you left without attending the Jum'ah? Did I tell you to leave? Did I tell you leave? Did anyone say to you leave? Look, your home you have your father. Here you have me. You don't leave without asking me. Okay? It's not right to come here and not praying Jum'ah, not praying the Asr, and then going home. Okay? That's why we come here. Okay? Okay. I have something to say to you. And because I do love you and I do appreciate you, and I want you not to be less than the best, I'm going to act with you as you are elder guys, and you will understand my message very clearly. What is my message? You guys go to school, right?
Yes.
The school have your names, right?
Yes.
Have your parents' name, right?
Yes.
And have the phone number for your parents.
Yes.
And have the address for your house.
Yes.
Okay. When anything bad happens, the school calls your parents. Whether someone steps over you, someone do anything against you, or you act bad against someone, you do bad in your homework, you don't do well in your homework, or you do good in your homework, they call your dad and they give them information, right?
Yes.
Okay, this is fit for the school and not fit for the masjid? Do we appreciate and respect the school more than we respect the masjid?
No.
Do we value the school more than we value the masjid?
No.
Is a system appropriate to be done and to be established in a school, not in a masjid? Is it bad that we're trying to establish a system here in the masjid? Where we can have your information, where when there is any updates, we keep your family aware with it, we share with them everything about the masjid, we announce to them everything good you do, or we incorporate and we try to solve anything bad happens. تفضل يا أستاذ.
في عيل هنا نزل لي تحت. لا فين يا لا اللي كان معاك الولد اللي كان معاك فين؟ عمال يعمل لي كده يا خالد ويعمل لي كده ايه اللي تاني؟ بس انا هو دي كانت مع الولد ده قول له فين الولد؟ كان معاك.
أنا عايز أسألك سؤال. أنت عملت كده ولا لا؟
مش هو لا مش هو انا بقول لك الولد اللي كان معاك.
اوكي هنشوف هو مين ان شاء الله نتكلم. طيب حاجه زي كده حصلت مثلا الصح ايه؟ الصح ايه؟ لما يكون حد كبير we respect. When there is an elder person we respect. That's the rule, okay? That is the rule. Now this bad thing happened. Who should we call? We should call the parents to let them know, right? اتفضل. حاضر. I'm gonna create a mapping of me. I'm gonna create another copy of me. Okay. So, yeah, I need another copy, right? Okay. So what I'm saying is that you have long days in your life. At your age, I was memorizing half of the Quran. And by the way, I never was less than the first in my class. I was valedictorian in the high school. And I wish my parents were putting more pressure on me to be better in what I do. To become better in what I did and what I can. Because at your age, you have the energy. You need to spend this energy wisely. Back behind the line. Back behind the line. A rule is a rule. Okay? Okay? Please. The line. You're crossing the line.
Which one?
And by the way, regarding crossing the line, you should have lines in your life. You know? You should create lines for your life. Respecting my parents, that's a big line. I will never gonna go over my parents. I will be always obedient to my parents. I will always listen to them. I will always act the best of a way to my parents. That's a line. I will draw a line between me and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I will never do anything that displeases Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's a line. I will draw a line in my school. I will be the best, the top in my class. That's my line. That's my bar. No one is going to top me. I'm going to be the valedictorian of the state. That's my line. I will never going to do anything that sets me apart from my great goals. I want to be a great person. That's my line. Our example is the best human that have been ever sent to the humanity. Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So us accepting less than the best, less than leading the universe, that is inappropriate. Okay? Okay, we do not repeat or speak for any of the brothers, especially the elder one, when they ask us for something. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me. Behind the line, please. Please. Another please. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys a lot. I remember when I was in the medical school and I was having my first oral exam. So I went to one of the doctors and I asked him if he can ask me instead of other doctor because he was an easy one. He answered me this way. He said to me, حضرتك, I was his student. So we learn to respect. And in exchange for the respect, you have to respect back. And by the way, respecting elderly forces others to respect you. You know, if you were to act in a foolish way, in insane way, in uncontrolled way, people will act the same against you. If someone is misbehaving with you, you will misbehave back. And the same thing, if you were to misbehave with people, people will misbehave back to you. Forces the people to respect you. How? By respecting them. This is how you force people to respect you. And by the way, this was a strategy in my life. And if there is one advice I'm giving to you, force the people to respect you. That's my advice. Period. How? By respecting them back. Even at the moment that they get ignorant and they come over you in a forcing way, in an ignorant way, ask them in a respectful way. Why you do this to me? Ammu, why you do this to me? Please, Ammu, why is this happening? I love you. I respect you. You know, I wish that you treat me in a better way. This is how you respect them. And this is how you force them to respect you. You know, we come to the masjid. Our brother is helping us to stay in the line, to sit in the line. So help him. Rather than this, next time you take the responsibility. You make sure that everyone is in the line. You start by yourself. You start by yourself. And I will teach you something. You know, Imam Shafi'i. Imam Shafi'i used to do something very well. Very well. You know what he used to do? He said it in a poet. He said it in a poet, okay? What did he say in the poet? Guys, we do not repeat. We do not repeat what we're asking for. That's how we make things easier for each other. That's how we ease things for each other. Okay? Bismillah. Hey, say Bismillah. Now start. You're with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Do not speak, okay? You're here for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? So do not speak. Say, everyone say Bismillah. Bismillah. No. Come on. You have more energy than this. Say Bismillah. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. So now, we're all here in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know what it means that you're here in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? You're only here to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if you were to take this word and spread it over all your life, that's all what you need. That's all what you need. That's really why you came to this life. You came to this life in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know? Why we come from our houses to the masjid? Only to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So when you're here in the masjid, try to look back and look up and look now. Look back at the wrong things you've done and the good things you've done. You know, look up that these bad things that you did, I'm not going to do it again. And the good things I did, I will do it better. And look now, watch your time. This minute that you witness is never going back. This minute that you witness is never coming back. And you get used to that. Why? Because Ramadan is coming up. If you lose the first day of Ramadan, only what's left is 29 days. You know? If you lose the first 5, all what's left is 25 days. If you lose 10 days, that's the third of Ramadan. How much left? You know, you don't have much of a time. Get ready with the Quran, get ready with the prayer, get ready with your parents. Have a plan. Have a plan that this month I'm going to quit all the social media accounts. I'm not going to waste a couple of hours wasted every day on TikTok. No. I'm going to invest this couple of hours. You know how much you can do in a couple of hours? A lot. You can go to the gym. You can be in a better shape. You can practice sports. You know? Yes.
If you practice sports, isn't that when you get tired and want your body's going
in the high school in Egypt. That's the year, right? That is the year. Like when you get good score, you get good scholarship to a good college. If you're there, you don't get a good college. And you have no future after that. I used to run every single day. 2 miles back, 2 miles forward. And this used to give me energy all the day. Because when you sit to study, I already run the day, so I don't feel lazy, you know? But if you were to sit and nap and sleep, and sit and sleep, and sit and sleep, what's that going to bring you?
You're going to be very tired.
You're going to be a very lazy person, a very dormant person, a very inactive person. But if you used to be active, your mind is going to be awake. Why? Because your heart is strong. Your heart used to run fast, do some effort. You know, if you practice the muscle is going to get stronger. If you practice your heart muscle at a younger age, your heart is going to get stronger. But if you don't practice your heart, if you don't enforce your heart, people come at 40s, they have a heart issue, heart disease. Why? Because they never practiced their heart muscle. They never stressed their heart when they were young. So their heart grow up weak. And because their heart is weak, when they start to lose the strength, they lost their heart very quick. But if you were to strengthen your heart, you come at the age of 40, you have a healthy heart. At the age of 50, you have a healthy heart. At the age of 70, you still have a healthy heart. And you can travel the world, you can do a lot of many things. But you come at the age of 40, you find people have dyslipidemia, you find people have a heart disease, you find people have a high cholesterol, you find that people have clots in their arteries, you find that people have a heart disease, you find that people have anginal disease. Why? Because they didn't live a healthy lifestyle when they were young. They were eating junk, and that's a problem with eating junk. You need to watch what you eat. Yes?
What if they just get it? Like they're very healthy, but they just get it.
What are you going to get it? Frame it? Put it in a frame?
No, like,
Spend their money on it?
no.
That you lose value. If you spend your money on it and you don't use it, you lose value. You better watch your money. Yes? For me, I get this. I will eat much of it. Like I get packages of it. I get like every time I go to Costco, I get 5 packs, 6 packs. But do I eat it all? No, I get it to make you happy, to make you guys entertained, to make you love to come to the masjid. You know? That's for your own pleasure. If you guys want something else, I'll bring something else. But every time I try to cut this, you ask me, where is the chocolate? Where is your line set? You know? So that's the kind of things we need to learn. We need to watch everything and look at it. Look at something that you need to learn. All what you learn in your school is not enough. Those successful people that leading the world right now, they were not relying in what they learned in the school. If you think you go to your school and you do your homework, you're going to be successful, no. You're going to be the normal one. You're going to be the normal one. Whatever what you're going to become after that, you're going to be the normal this person is. Normal engineer, normal doctor. What sets you apart is what you do behind the school. You could be athletic and a doctor. You could be like a professional swimmer and a doctor, an engineer. You can be an imam, someone who leads the Muslim ummah, and still you practice your profession. You know, this is what sets you apart. I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. And all of these skills I gained in my extra time, in my after school schedule. But if you were to come after the school, waste this time, how much time you have in your day to lose? You know? And what you have left in your future for your comfort, if you were to be displeasing your parents, it's going to come back to you. If you were to be displeasing your parents, if you were to be disobeying your parents now, there is going to come someone in your life and give you a hard time. Give you a harsh life. Because if you think you're uncontrollable at house, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bring someone to make your life tough. Whether your manager, your director, your teacher, your whatever. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has many ways to take the rights of your parents from you if you were to disobey them. I used not to go out of my house if I'm displeasing my parents. Because I know it's going to be tough on me. I used to be scared to walk out of my house if I'm displeasing my mother for whatever the reason. Kiss their hands. Learn to be obedient to them. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, lower to them your wings. Because you know, in order for you to fly, how you fly? You lower a wing and you raise it, right? That's the wave, right? That's the movement, right? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling you, if you want to be raised, lower your wings to your parents, and that's how you get raised. You got the concept?
Yeah.
Okay. In order for you to fly, how a bird flies, he moves the wings up and down, right?
Yeah.
it has to get down in order to go up. Right? That's the concept. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling you who to lower my wings for, who to lower my hands for, who to be obedient for. To your parents. This is how Allah raises you. This is a verse in the Quran. Allah says, وَاخْفِرْ لَهُمَا جَنَاحَ الذُّلِّ مِنَ الرَّحْمَةِ. Lower to them your wings of humiliation. You know? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala raises you. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes care of you. This is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will please you, if you were to please your parents. The second condition in this religion is after witnessing that there is no God but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is to perfect your actions with your parents. Why? Because believe it or not, they do know what you do not know. They know about you what you do not know about yourself. I know most of you doubt that, but they do. We have this wise saying in Arabic that someone is older than you by a day knows more than you by a year. So how old your parents than you? How much older your parents than you? How much older they are? How much they know more than you? And how much they love you? And how much they want you to be better than them in every kind of a thing? All what they do, day and night, is to make things easier for you. Why? Because you focus on what you do. You focus on to be better you. You focus on doing what they couldn't do. That's their goal. That's why they breathe. That's why they walk. That's why they leave early. That's why they come late. That's why they don't have much time to spend with you. Why? Because they're busy by you. They're trying to get you everything you need for, everything you are needed on, everything you rely on. Why? Because you're not missing anything when you meet with your parables. You know, when you meet at your school, you look at your sneakers, you look at how you well dressed. You don't look how much of a time my father spent to get me these things. You don't appreciate how much work he does. And you go home when he asks you for something, you don't. When you see him going to get a drink, you don't offer me that, I will bring it for you. You don't know how much of a reward Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving for you for just being this nice. Giving him a sip of water. Being nice to him. By the way, I'm giving you a treasure. If you really want to happy in your afterlife, after your adulthood, if you want to be really comfortable in this life after your childhood and this age that you're at, be nice to them. This is how Allah will ease things for you. And how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when you look at people having a hard life, see how much they're being mean to their parents. How much they're disrespecting their parents. You know, when someone has a good mentality and having a good personality, he knows what's going to bring comfort to his life after. I know if I were to do this to my mom, my kid is going to come later in the future and do it to me. That's the concept. You want to live this life? Give it to them. You will have the same thing pushing back to you. You will going to taste what you made them taste of. You give them a hard time, you will have a hard time. You made their life harsh, you will have a harsh life. Okay? So guys, invest in your parents. If you're really good at investment, if you really want to make profit, here is your parents. You know? And by the way, they will make your life better. We'll start now with the khutbah. Can someone come hold the adhan? Adam, come on, bismillah.
Did the last Friday, right?
The one that says then, the one that says then.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu anna la Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu anna la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu anna la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
So what do we say after the adhan? اللهم رب هذه الدعوة التامة والصلاة القائمة آت سيدنا محمد الوسيلة والفضيلة والدرجة العالية الرفيعة وابعثه اللهم المقام المحمود الذي وعدته إنك لا تخلف الميعاد. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستهديه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله تعالى من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله تعالى فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله بلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة ونصح للأمة وجاهد في الله حق جهاده حتى أتاه اليقين. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وصحبه والتابعين. The brothers and sisters, today we gather here in the masjid, welcoming the month of Ramadan, witnessing the blessings of Shaban, and we need to invest in something that is very important. In the month of Shaban, this is the month that your records of the past year get raised to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Everything you have done in your past year is going to be offered to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Imagine a person lives 60 years. Imagine, that's a parable, that's example. That's a person who lives 60 years. That's 60 chapters in his life. Every chapter gets raised to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the month of Shaban. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala looks back at this time of the year in Shaban to see what you've done. You know what our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to do in this month? He used to fast in the month of Shaban more often than any other month other than Ramadan. So the most month the Prophet ﷺ offers fasting in other than Ramadan is Shaban. Why? Because he says ﷺ, I would like my pages to be offered in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala while I'm fasting. And he used to fill this month with a lot of istighfar. Why? Because this paper that has all the records of the past year have been written in it, everything good you have done and everything bad you have done. You know? And for those things that you did bad, you don't want Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to take you on it, to question you about it, you know? So the Prophet ﷺ used to make istighfar, so why? So all these things get stressed. And imagine the Prophet ﷺ, while he has no sins, used to do that, we're in more need to do this in our life. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala looks at the hearts of his servants, all his servants in this month, looks at the heart of all his servants in this month, you know, and forgives all his servants except those that they treat each other in a bad way. That they have a bad feelings for each other. Like you don't like your friend for something or for whatever, you said bad things to him. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive all of them but you. Imagine all the people are forgiven but not you. This is something you need to be aware of. And especially it comes really bad if this is toward your parents. Especially if this is toward those who matter to you. Especially if this is happening to your family, within the circle of your family or your Muslim brother. You know, Allah gets upset for those who believe in Him. So don't get to that. Your goal in the month of Ramadan to be the most closer among all the Muslims to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How you can get to that? You need to be in time for the prayers. Being in congregation as much as you can. Make perfect wudu. You know, memorize a portion of the Quran. You know, being in Taraweeh on time. Reading the Quran and understanding the Quran. The Quran have been sent down for 3 main targets. The first target is to read it. The second target for the Quran is to understand it. Not just reading the Quran and not understanding what it means. You need to read the Quran, you need to understand the Quran, and you need to act it upon the Quran. البر لا يبلى والذنب لا ينسى والديان لا يموت ابن آدم اعمل ما شئت فكما دليل الله أو كما قال تائب من الذنب كما لا ذنب له. الحمد لله الذي رفع على الحق فعلاه وازهق الباطل فنخاف وخلق الانسان فسواه وشق سمعه وبصره وكل هداه. اللهم لك الحمد انت نور السماوات والارض ومن فيهن ولك الحمد انت قيوم السماوات والارض ومن فيهن ولك الحمد انت الحق وقولك حق والنبيون حق والساعه حق وكل ما جاء من لدنك حق. So if I were to summarize everything I've said today to you is you're witnessing Shaban, your page of the whole year, your report for the whole year will be raised in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So take advantage of the time left in this month and make a lot of istighfar. Be sure that in one of the nights in this month, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be looking at your heart. So make sure that your heart is as clean and as good as new. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgives you. Make sure that you have a connection and you have a plan for Ramadan. Because if you were not to have a connection with the Quran, and if you were not to have a plan for the month of Ramadan, you're going to be losing the first of the month. And if you were to be losing the first of the month, there is not much left in the month of Ramadan to invest in or take advantage of. Okay? ما من يوم الجمعة إلا وفي ساعة إجابة فادعوا الله معي عسى أن تكون هذه الساعة. اللهم يا أحق من دعوناه ويا أكرم من رجوناه ويا خير من اتقيناه ومن علينا بغفرانك وعاملنا بفضلك وإحسانك وهب لنا نورا من أنوارك وذكرا من أذكارك ولا تكلنا إلى أنفسنا طرفة عين ولا أقل من ذلك. Who loves our brothers in Gaza and Palestine? So we're going to make dua for them now and we'll always say Ameen, okay? اللهم انصرهم يا رب العالمين. اللهم تولى أمرهم وارحم ضعفهم واجبر كسرهم وأحسن خلاصهم واشدد على أيديهم واربط على قلوبهم. اللهم كن لهم عونا معينا وركنا ركينا وسندا متينا. اللهم أطعم جائعهم وغرس عطشاهم وتولى ثكلاهم واقتل أيتامهم. اللهم اشف مرضاهم وداوي جرحاهم وتقبل شهداءهم وارحم موتاهم. إن شاء الله غدا في مسجد ابن سينا من الساعة 5:30. Tomorrow at Ibn Sina from 5:30 to 7:30 there will be an event in the love for Palestine and Aqsa. The event will be from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Saturday tomorrow will be in Arabic. Sunday after tomorrow will be in English. Okay? I would love and encourage every one of you to be there, and I would love to have you all there, inshallah. Starting from 5:30 to 7:30. بكرة من الساعة 5:30 للساعة 7:30. يوم الأحد إن شاء الله بالإنجليزي، يوم السبت بالعربي. It is in Arabic on Saturday, it's in English on Sunday inshallah. At Ibn Sina Center, not here. It's going to be at Ibn Sina. Okay. Adam, come. Please, straighten the line. You know, I love those who respect themselves and not let anyone have the opportunity to say anything to them, and they know where to stand and how to stand. Okay?
You only have 2 people. You just touched
Actually, no.
Line.
Oh.
Make a line.
No.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة الله حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
لا إله إلا الله. Okay guys, inshallah one last thing I will announce to you. Starting from this Monday, we're starting a whole new curriculum for all the Islamic principles you need to learn. So it's going to start from 7 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. It's going to be every Monday from 7 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. It's a whole new program. Inshallah. Inshallah. So it's every Monday. And on Sunday, inshallah, before Isha, from 6 to 7 p.m., we do have the Speak to Lead program. Okay? Okay, man. We're going to pray, okay? So please, everyone, make the intention that he's offering this prayer to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So please silence, okay? And do not mess up the khushu' of your brothers. Okay? استقيم يرحمكم الله. Please straighten the line. After Jum'ah, inshallah. Make your rotation for praying Jum'ah to rak'at. Okay? Allahu Akbar. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين وقضى ربك ألا تعبدوا إلا إياه وبالوالدين إحسانا إما يبلغن عندك الكبر أحدهما أو كلاهما فلا تقل لهما أف ولا تنهرهما وقل لهما قولا كريما واخفض لهما جناح الذل من الرحمة وقل رب ارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. Guys, you love each other. Shaban. It's Shaban. You love each other. Anna, you make home? You make home? Sorry. What's your name? What's your name? Yeah. It's already next time, okay? We did the last time, remember? We did the adhan and the iqamah last time. يلا
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
Back to the line. Back to the line, guys. Back to the line. Back to the line. Asif, please. Asif, please. Back to the line.
Okay.
Back to the line.
We're gonna count and this card. I want to see everyone in this line. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Is everyone in this line? Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Look at these guys, mashallah. Saqim, alhamdulillah. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. اللهم إنا نحمدك ونستعينك ونستهديك ونستغفرك ونتوب إليك ونؤمن بك ونتوكل عليك ونثني عليك الخير كله، نشكرك ولا نكفرك ونخلع ونترك من يفجرك. اللهم إياك نعبد ولك نصلي ونسجد وإليك نسعى ونحفد، نرجو رحمتك ونخشى عذابك. اللهم ارحم إخواننا المستضعفين في فلسطين، اللهم تول أمرهم وارحم ضعفهم واجبر كسرهم وأحسن خلاصهم واشدد على أيديهم واربط على قلوبهم وثبت الأرض من تحت أقدامهم واجعل روح القدس في ظهرهم. اللهم تقبل شهداءهم وارحم موتاهم واشف مرضاهم وآمن روعاهم وأطعم جوعاهم وأغث عطشاهم واكفل أيتامهم واحمل ثكلاهم. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. So brothers, just one last thing I want to say to you before you leave, inshallah. You guys know that we got some pictures for you and we got your names and we got your information. Because inshallah, in the coming Ramadan, we will be giving certificates to honor those who are respectful and behaving in a good way in the masjid in Ramadan, inshallah, while everyone is here. So please make sure that we're keeping an eye on you and we will appreciate those who appreciate the masjid and respect the masjid. And we will make sure to reward them back. Okay? So please, be active in the masjid, be a positive person in the masjid, be a respectful person in the masjid. Jazakumullah khairan. Allah Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi. مش نسيت والله، لازم ارتب مع المجموعات السلام عليكم. Princess. Good to see you. Did you take chocolate? I'm biased for girls. Where is she? Brother, here. شكرا لله. وصل. السلام عليكم. لا طبعا في مقابلة كثير. Any guys, anyone wants some chocolate? Come take chocolate until it's done. Say, come here. You want to take chocolate? Okay, we're going to be honest. Everyone's going to take only one. Anna's going to take only one. And he's going to leave right there. Okay, only one. Okay, bismillah. I know if I were to throw it, you're going to hurt each other. Yes. Okay, go back. I want to see you go back. How you fall from his hand? Guys, easy guys. No, older guys, no. That's it, no more. That's it. That's it, we're done. That's it, no more. No more. Yes.